Welcome to Lovely Nail and Beauty. Please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click on the notification bell and also on the like button if you like the video. Thank you. Hi guys, welcome to Lovely Nail and Beauty decoration. So today we're gonna do a decoration ball with the resin. So I have some silicone mold, sphere silicone mold, and I also have the tape, transparent tape that I'm gonna use, and I'll just show you what I use for my project. And here I have some artificial flower that look real, and also I have two glitter powder, the blue and the purple. So right there I have my two small wood stick, and I have my big container with graduation over there, and I have also some petal wood petal that I bought. They are very nice. I'm gonna put that on the side. And here I have some small stone that I bought also. So we're gonna start first to prepare the resin for my project. So right there I have my big beaker with graduation. So I'm gonna use the resin. The first one is this one, the Resin resin. So because my project is so big, this time I'm gonna use a lot of resin. So first of all, I'm gonna pour 500 milliliter on my beaker. The same time that I'm pouring the resin, I have to watch out for the graduation because the quantity should be equal so that the resin will dry properly. So I'm pouring 500 milliliter. There we go. So it's done. So now I'm gonna use the harder. It's also the resin, this one. So I'm gonna pour in my beaker 400 milliliter more. So in total I will have like 1,000 milliliter resin. So I also make sure that I watch my graduation so that the quantity are equal. So I'm gonna keep pouring. I think I'm almost done. There we go. So right there I have 1,000 milliliter of resin. So now I'm gonna use my wood stick, but as you can see it's very small. So I'm gonna use my brush. It's big and strong. So I'm gonna use that to mix my liquid. So while I'm mixing my resin, you can see it become cloudy and there is some kind of bubble. That means that there is a reaction that occur over there. So I keep mixing my resin. It can take you like 2 to 3 minutes to mix your resin properly. So I just speed up the video a little bit. So I'm mixing up my resin. And when you have a great quantity, it's always good to use a big wood stick to stir your resin because it have some kind of pressure in the bottom. So I just want to make sure that the whole liquid is well mixed. So I keep stirring my resin because I'm gonna use a lot in my project. So it's always better to have more resin than less resin. So I finished to mix my resin, and I'm gonna clean my wood stick with some paper towel to take off the resin. So here it's ready. So now I'm gonna put that on the side, and I'm gonna start to prepare what I need for my project. I'm gonna put it on the side. So right there I have my two big silicone mold sphere. So I'm gonna use my stone that I bought. I'm gonna pour some of them inside. There we go. They are very pretty. So I'm gonna put them more. Okay, so I'm gonna prepare the first sphere that I'm gonna create as a decoration. So right there I have my stone. Now I'm gonna use my artificial flower. I'm gonna put them inside. I have to make sure that they stand up. So there we go. That's the way they look. So it's look cute already. So now I'm gonna cover the other half of my sphere of the silicone mold. I'm gonna cover. I need to be gentle, make sure that the mold is well closed. I really need to take my time to do so because I don't want to mess up the decoration that I put inside already. And when I finish to close my silicone mold, now I'm gonna use my tape, my transparent tape. So I'm using the tape because I really want to tie up the silicone mold. It's a silicone mold, so it can change the shape. It's not that so strong, so I'm using the tape to really keep the shape of my silicone mold. I want to make sure that the resin will not link out of the silicone mold, so I'm going to use my tape just to make sure that it's well taped and strong when I'm going to pour my resin. So guys, you can also go on my channel Lovely Nail and Beauty to check all the artwork that I have done so far, and you can tell me what you think about my job, if there is things that I need to improve to make my job and my video better. So thank you so much to be with me and watching my video. So I make sure that the silicone mold keep his shape. It's very important. So now it's sealed. I think I'm gonna add more tape. That's on the side. Now I want to make sure that I put my tape in the other direction. I just want to make sure that the silicone mold will still keep his shape when I'm gonna pour my resin. So that will be the first time that I'm doing those kind of project. I never done that before. So we're gonna see how the project is gonna end, how it's gonna look. Hopefully, you know, it's gonna be okay. So over there, my silicone mold is set, and that's good. I feel confident about that. So now I'm gonna put that on the side, and I'm gonna prepare my resin for this first sphere ball decoration. So here I have a small beaker. I'm gonna pour 200 milliliter of resin inside. So this is gonna be for my first silicone mold sphere. I'm gonna use that resin, and I'm gonna add some glitter powder, the purple. I'm gonna just add a little bit. I will like that to give this sparkle look on my sphere. So I'm gonna mix. For this quantity, I'm gonna use the small wood stick. As you can see, it's easy to mix with because the quantity of the resin is very small. So I don't need a big wood stick to do so. So this one is very perfect for. So now I finished to stir up my resin, and I'm gonna take back my silicone mold over there, and I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna pour my resin until I fill up the silicone mold. I really need to be gentle, take my time, because the space where I pull the resin inside, it's very small. It's not a big space, so I really need to take my time for that. And I pour this quantity. I don't know if the silicone mold is gonna be full, but I keep pouring. And as you see, I still need to add more resin. Okay, so I'm gonna add more resin. The quantity that I put first was not enough, so I'm gonna put my silicone mold on the side, and I'm gonna pour again more resin on my small silicone beaker. So I'm gonna put a quantity that I know that is gonna fill up my silicone mold. So I'm gonna add some purple glitter. It looks very nice, and I'm gonna mix everything with a small wood stick because the quantity of the resin is very small. So I'm gonna take my time so that the glitter is going all over the place. So now I'm gonna add more resin inside of my silicone mold. I need to make sure that the resin fill up the silicone mold properly. So I taking my time and try to be careful to do not spill the resin all over the place. So I think it's done. So I can squeeze a little bit my mold just to make sure that all the build there is coming, the bubble is coming out. There we go. So I can see some bubble even if you cannot see it. So that's my way, to make sure, again, when you're doing a resin project, you will never have 100% of the bubble get rid of. It's pretty hard, but a good amount will be rid of. So there we go. So this is my first sphere silicone mold decoration project. I'm gonna put it on the side, and now I'm gonna go to make my second small sphere silicone mold as a decoration. So that's the second phase of my video. So there you go. I have here a small sphere silicone mold. So I'm gonna use my wood petal. So they look nice. I like the color, it's so cute. So I'm gonna put a small quantity in each side of the silicone mold. There we go. I really like the way it looks. It's so cute. And also I'm gonna add some stone. They are very shiny silver stone. I'm gonna just pour a little bit inside. So for this one, I don't know how it's gonna look, but the decoration is not too bad. So here I'm gonna clean my mess a little bit. I pour some silver stone all over the place. So I'm gonna try to put them together. Again, I take my time. I have to make sure that I close the silicone mold properly, because I don't want, if I don't close it properly, when I'm gonna pour my resin, the resin is gonna be all over. It's gonna split out of the silicone mold. So I make sure that I close my silicone mold. So it's closed, but still is not enough strong. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean first, and I'm gonna try to use a tape again. I need to use a tape. So I'm gonna add some small silver stone inside. I have a bunch of them on my table. So when I will be done adding all those silver stone inside of my silicone mold, now I need to use my tape. I'm gonna use my tape to make sure that my silicone mold is well secure and closed. So I'm gonna do the same thing for the first sphere silicone mold. So I'm gonna put my tape to make sure that the mold is secure, well closed. I just want to make sure, because it's a liquid, it can link, so I don't want that. So I make sure that my silicone mold is closed. Let me see. Yeah, it seems to be pretty good. It's not bad. The same time that I put my tape, I have to make sure that it sticks very well too. That's not bad. I think that's okay. So now I'm gonna put that on the side, and I'm gonna prepare my resin. I'm gonna add more resin, and this time on my small beaker I'm gonna add the glitter blue powder. So I'm gonna mix that. I like the glitter powder because it brings some sparkle look on any project that I'm doing. So now I'm gonna pour my resin. For this time I really need to be careful, because the hole from the silicone mold, it's very small. I really need to take my time to pour my resin. So it's not that so easy. The hole is so small. So I need to make sure that the resin will fill up the whole mold. So we're gonna see how it's gonna look. I keep pouring. But for this one, for some reason, I like the color, the way that it look already. So I can squeeze my mold a little bit just to make sure that there is some bubble air coming out. Again, I will not be surprised if I can still some bubble after my project dry, because you can never get rid of the whole bubble air. You can get rid of a good part of it, but a small quantity of bubble will stay. So I'm gonna put that on the side. After 24 hours, we're gonna come back and see how it look. So now after 24 hours, that's the way my project looked after it dry completely. So I'm gonna take the first big sphere silicone mold, and that's the second one. So I have to take off the tape. I'm gonna use my scissors to cut the tape. So I have to make sure that, so 24 hours for me is enough time to make sure that the resin dry completely. Some people can less than 24 hours, but I like to wait 24 hours. So I'm gonna try to take off my ball sphere out of the mold. Okay, and the other side, let's see, it's kind of stick a little bit. Okay, that's not bad, it's cute, but I think I should, here you can see the line, so I'm gonna try to use my electrical file over there, and I'm gonna try, because even the fact that I use a tape to make sure that the silicone mold is closed, I still have a small quantity of resin that link a little bit. So I just try to cut all those extra small quantity of resin on my ball sphere, and we're gonna see how it look. But I like it already. It look different. It's not that so bad. So I use my file. This file, you can use that also if you want to do your nail. It's work for both. So I keep using my file. There we go. So I'm done with that. So now I'm gonna use this paper to try to smooth the parts that show the line. I try to smooth that and use my brush to clean the dust. Okay, so here, I mean, that's where there is the hole. That's why it's like that. So that's the way it looks. It's not too bad for a first time. I can see the flower and some sparkle and bubble here. So now I'm gonna use my second small sphere silicone mold, please. Sorry. So I'm gonna take off the tape. I'm gonna put that on the side, and I'm gonna try to take off the mold now from the resin. There we go. Wow, this one is so cute. It's very cute. So as you can see, the line of the extra resin that link a little bit. So I'm gonna use again my electrical file. I will gonna try to smooth this area to take off all the extra resin that link. But I like this one is more clear. I think the other one, I should not use too much glitter powder. It's kind of blurry a little bit, but this one you can see clearly inside how it look, and it look great. I really love it. It's so amazing. So now I keep filing my ball. It's very nice. I love it. So cute. So I'm gonna turn off my electrical machine. So I'm gonna clean with my brush all the dust. That's so cute. And also you can use a small wet paper towel just to make sure that you take off all the dust that you see. There we go. That looks so cute. I love it. Wow, that's so beautiful. So now I'm gonna take the big ball too, and I'm gonna try to clean it with my wet paper towel. There we go. Okay, so guys, that's my 2 ball sphere decoration with the resin. It look handsome. It's so beautiful. Thank you so much for watching my video, and see you next time. If you have any message, feel free to send it to me. Thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to click on the notification bell and on the like button if you like the video. Thank you so much for watching.